Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with. I have my friend Jeff Hattem with us. Hey, Jeff, welcome to the show.
Oh, hey, Kevin. It's good to see you again. Thanks.
Jeff, I asked you to come on the show today because one of the things that I find that I'm always fascinated about is how people advertise on placemats, on takeout menus. That's a service you offer, right?
Yes, that's correct. That's a service that we offer to restaurants, and it is totally free to the restaurants. They don't pay anything, and they don't do any work. We do all the work for them.
So, Jeff, one of the things I like about it is two of my friends, one's a realtor, one's a mortgage person, and they advertise in our local diner. And it's really funny to watch because they're there like literally every day having breakfast. And people will look down at the menu and go, hey, there he is right there. He's like, it's the best advertisement because it often leads to someone saying, I know you're eating breakfast right now, but can I ask you a question about mortgages? Of course, I'll stop eating my eggs to talk about mortgages. It really works.
Well, yeah, it does. Actually, 70% of our advertisers return, and it's so low cost. It's almost a no-brainer to advertise on one of these, especially if um, you're doing or if you're selling um, expensive products and things like that, because it only costs $275 to advertise on a placemat or 150 to go on a takeout and delivery menu. And if you get one response
Yeah.
off of it and it turns into a client, as you say, a realtor, for instance, I've never done one of these without a realtor being on a placemat or a takeout and delivery menu. So it really is a no-brainer to advertise.
So, how do they go about advertising? What do they need to provide you, Jeff?
Well, basically, we just have a conversation. Usually, what I do is, if I'm working on a restaurant in a whatever location it might be, I'll start looking around for realtors in that area. They're usually the first ones
Makes
I
sense.
contact, primarily because they definitely want to be on them, and secondly, they know everybody in town, so they can refer people over to me. Usually, a mortgage loan officer, maybe a real estate attorney or a home inspector. And they know people in the trades, and tradespeople like to go on these as well.
Yeah.
Again, that's another situation where um, if a roofer gets one response off of a placemat
Yeah.
and he gets a job. um,
Works out perfectly. But Jeff, the other thing that sometimes I think we might overlook is just the advantage for the restaurant. Because again, I find that when my friends do this, they often go to that restaurant, because they want people to see them, So if they're going out to breakfast, chances are they're going to go to the restaurant where they're on the placemats, hoping for that, hey, there's this guy right now. Let me talk to him. You must see that, right?
oh yeah, I see that all the time. Yeah. Um, it's people definitely look at these, and that's why I say 70% of the advertisers return. I mean, it doesn't work for everybody, but it works for a lot of people, and people absolutely look at them when they're having breakfast or lunch. These seem to work best for diners, breakfast and lunch diners. The takeout and delivery menus work for them as well. They work great for pizza places. Anyone who offers takeout and delivery.
Yep.
The menus are not so much used for in-house dining. They are used mostly for takeout and delivery.
But it's interesting, Jeff, because I literally had pizza today. And when I get to menu with the pizza, when I get home, the first thing I do is look at who advertised on it before I even look at the rest of the menu saying, hey, I got pizza today, but what else do they offer? I start with the people advertising on it. I want to see who's supporting local businesses too, who's looking to grow their business. So for me, I know my business is a little different than most, but I'm looking at that saying, that's really good that they're out there trying to grow their business through the use of menus.
Well, it's a great way, either way, whether it's menus or placemats, it's a great way to support the local economy and also the restaurant.
Yeah.
Because the restaurant does get them for free from Harbor Publications, the company that I do these with.
Yep.
And so it's a great service for them. And also the customers like the placemats because they're clean and sanitary.
Yep.
And we also, the other thing I didn't mention, and I have one here that I've worked on a number of times.
Yep.
We print in full color process.
Yeah, that does look nice. The colors really look good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we also offer kids games on the back.
Which helps. Yep.
Yep.
No.
So typically for a placemat, we would print 25,000 and they last approximately a year. And all we charge to advertise is $275.
Yeah.
And for the menus, here's a menu.
Yep.
This is one I'm working on right now. This is in Rainham. This is called Our Mom's Place.
Yep.
And I'm working on our third version.
I like it.
And
I like the name. That's a cool name. I like it.
Yeah. And so for menus, we only print 5,000 because they're changing the pricing and so forth. So they only want these out for maybe 6 to 8 months.
Yep. Makes sense.
So we only print 5,000 on the menus and we charge only $150.
Yeah, that's a great deal.
Yeah. So I'm working on this one right now. It's just about halfway done. If there's anybody out there in Rainham that would, Rainham or Taunton, in that area that would like to advertise,
Reach out to you.
I've got some spots available.
Yeah. So Jeff, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more, my friend?
They can get a hold of me. My email address is jeffh@placematadvertising.com. And that's with Harbor Publications.
Yep.
And should I give my phone number? Or
Yes. Yep.
My phone number is 617-549-1572.
Awesome, Jeff. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to call into the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Hey, Kevin, thanks a lot. I really appreciate this.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Okay, bye.